the game on the humans as well. But yeah, the plan at the moment is to go through till 1. So. So yes. I'm welcome to the. By the way, welcome to the stream, everyone. With the people who have been chatting and the people who are just watching. It's very nice to very nice of you all to be here to see you in the new year. And we don't have any things, so don't have any money. I'm not quite. I didn't actually look. I wasn't paying attention. We didn't actually look what that team was. I'd be interested to know what he does with 100k. I've seen people go different routes with this. Some people go the extra reroll. I've seen a couple of people do the double babe so that they have more chance of their players coming back from KOs. With the 100k, I personally, as Brett, would take a bribe always and just try and foul people with the peasants, because I feel like that's what dirty little peasants should be doing with their time. They should be stamping on people. It's always fun. 2 times, but okay, so you do the 2 times babe bit. As far as new resources for Blood Bowl 2, I mean, the resources for Blood Bowl 1 and Blood Bowl 2 are virtually the same as far as like websites to look at. But off the top of my head, I know there's one called. There's a website called Blood Bowl Playbook, I think, that is pretty good.
Welcome back, sports fan.
I'll have a look actually. I do have a couple. There's one called Blood Bowl Playbook and there's one called Blood Bowl Tactics. And both of them have a bunch of articles on there that, you know, really good about, you know, very in-depth about all the different teams, the different players, everything. Yankee Blue Jeans. Yeah, I like that name. Yankee Blue Jeans. Alright. Any good resources for new players? Well, I mean, I would like to give you some good guides, but Yankee Blue Jeans, thank you very much for the follow. I do very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your Goblin dance. But yeah, Strange Wizard, as far as good resources, I would almost certainly. We're going to take the ball here. We are, and I've just noticed we're against humans. He does have an ogre, and he's ogre's level 1. Okay. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. As far as websites go, that they are good. But there's a couple of people. There's a couple of people who have got. I mean, I'm sure if you look on YouTube, there's a couple of people. I know there's a guy called Knor. His name's a bit. It's CKN. And he has a Blood Bowl channel, and I think he's got a little set of videos for new players. There's a couple of people on YouTube that have done like little video guides for newer players about the mechanics of Blood Bowl and how everything works. And a lot of them, you know, are definitely worth a watch. You know, just sit down, you know, when you're bored one day for half hour, go have a little poke around and see what you can find. And as RJ says, the people who play Blood Bowl and make videos about it and stuff are genuinely. You know, generally very helpful. They genuinely want to introduce new people to the game. So yeah, they definitely do their best to help new players out. And here, we're not going to do it with the level 1 guy. We're gonna leave this guy back because we almost certainly want to try and score with him. But this guy's going in here. We're going to try and dauntless punch the ogre. That is always the plan. Every time someone puts a big guy on the line against the Bretts, my plan is always to just dauntless punch the ogre. I don't really see any reason why we wouldn't. And we're probably going to go down the right-hand side here. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for jumping in and playing some games. I do think it can be a little bit daunting to like without reading anything. The instructions are not very brilliant for Blood Bowl, but I will say in Blood Bowl 2, the campaign. I haven't played through all of it, but I've heard that it does a much better job at explaining the game to new players than the old one did. Blood Bowl 1 was not very good about explaining the game to players. The campaign in Blood Bowl 2 is supposed to be a lot better at it. It slowly introduces the mechanics of the game as you go along. So from what little I played of it, the very first game, you don't really have to worry about much apart from just blocking. And then as you go along, it starts to introduce, you know, like the differences in strength, getting assists, guard, tackle, dodge, and it carries on and on and on as you go along. It gets more and more complicated until by the end of it, you're pretty much playing with all the rules intact. So that is also a good opportunity to maybe try something, try the game out, and get to learn it before you jump into full on multiplayer. We're definitely going to take this 2 dice. But yeah, like I found when I was new to the game, or when I wanted to learn more about the game than what I already knew, I've definitely found that the Blood Bowl community and the people that play Blood Bowl as a whole are very, very good about putting resources out there on the internet for people to look at, and getting new players involved. They do their best in that regard. We're going to go similar to what we did last time here. We're definitely going to try and hope to get our Dauntless going. There we go. That is always nice. We're going to stay. I don't really want to be standing next to the ogre. Not an injury, but a stun always helps. What if he has a chow not an ogre? Do you still punch the ogre? I've just always punched the ogre regardless. I do love punching ogres. I love punching stuff with ogres as well. It just doesn't always work out. Right, this guy's awfully close to the touch line, but I don't really want to get drawn in over there too much. I would very much like to. I am gonna blitz one of these guys though. There isn't any real reason why I wouldn't. It's just a case of which one. Probably this one actually. We'll do this. We'll go in this way.
Unity is strength.
There we go. That's alright. You can stay. Trouble getting doubles. Yeah, it is one of them things that when you eventually get it, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. But until you actually pick up the double, it's just a real nightmare. You just got to keep at it. You just got to keep at it. Sometimes, eventually, you'll get lucky. We put a guy in here. Protect this guy. And then I feel like we kind of just maybe want to load up this side a little bit. Not too much, I don't think. We'll leave a guy here just a bit. No, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to kind of load up this side a little bit. Let's see what happens. Going to go that route. Right, solid first turn. Solid first turn. No KOs or anything, but having these 2 guys stunned is a really big help. It means it makes it very, very hard for him to put immediate pressure on this cage. So that's good. And yeah, no, when like the doubles on the big guys is really rough. It is really rough. But the thing about the doubles on the big guy is the difference. Like the difference between playing with a brand new level 1 big guy and playing with the level 2 big guy who's got guard, it really does help. But it's not like the end of the world having to play with the level 1 big guy compared to level 2. So firing them over and over again, it's not like it drastically changes your game plan. But yeah, no, it definitely it's definitely worth holding out for it. Because even later on, when like if you keep a big guy who doesn't roll a double in the first 2 level ups, even later on when he gets really, really good and has a bunch of skills, like he's still just so unreliable. Because between like Bonehead or Wild Animal and the fact he doesn't have block, he just gets himself into so much trouble. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same. I fire them if they don't get the block early on. It's too good not to have, really. It's too good not to have. So he's committed his blitz. I've only just realised as well, he's playing a thrower and a catcher. Has he got a second catcher? I'm gonna have to take a quick peek at his team. Because this might be it's probably a new team, but he's gone the route of maybe it's not a new team, but he's gone the route of he's got himself a big guy and 2 catchers early on. And an Apo, which is why he only has 1 reroll. Not necessarily the route I go with the humans. I don't buy catchers early on. I didn't have a catcher at all on my human team for for the first God knows how many games. But each to their own. It's not to say that this cannot work. It's just not necessarily the way I would have done it. Right. Again, we're going to send a blitzer downfield for a bit of a deep threat, and then we're going to just move the cage this way, I feel like.
This is going to be decisive.
There we go. That's a shame. But yeah, we'll stick a guy down there, and then it's just a case of figuring out where. So they can both get pretty much anywhere they want, and we almost certainly. I don't want to cage up with the guy on the sideline, so we're almost certainly going to maybe go. We could. It would be a little risky, but we could. We could go. We could put a guy here actually, and then cage up behind it. That would be okay. I feel like, especially if it was peasants. So we might do it that way. Catch you and throw. Yep, the throw. Like there is two ways. You can definitely go two ways with the. I would very much like that to be a peasant. You can go two ways with the human throwers. You can either build them like a proper thrower and give them like pass and all that palaver, which is what I have done, or you can go the other route and build them like a runner and just give them block, dump off. Make them really, really hard to deal with. Just make it really, really awkward for people to knock them over and get the ball off them. And either way is a perfectly viable strategy. Human throwers are actually, a lot of the human players, you can actually build a couple of different ways and both of them are really, really good. It's the same with the catchers. You can build like a very, very offensive catcher who's a very large threat down the field. Give him like, you know, if you're lucky enough to roll doubles, you go like nerves of steel and things like that. Or you can make very defensive catchers and give them like diving tackle, things like that. And again, equally valid options. So it's kind of why I like humans. You can build them and you can do a lot of different stuff with them. They are Happy New Year to you. Is it just gone New Year's Day? Well, Happy New Year, Marauder. I hope you have a good one. I really do. Thank you very much. We are counting down. We have still got a couple of hours left here. This is obviously just on the off chance you can't tell from my accent. I am in London. We are on London time here, so it's about 10:15. A couple more hours, and we will be bringing in the new year. Hopefully, we can go on a nice little unbeaten run till then. That would be nice. Bring in the new year with a few victories. And this is good. This is good for us. This is why it's always nice to. It's why it's always nice to send a. Oh, he's re-rolled it as well, and he's not got him down. Yeah. 4 times fend core. Yeah, I mean, if you get some peasants with like fend and block, they are just an absolute nightmare to get rid of. They're amazing. I did decide early on though that as much as I love having block on some peasants, the very first peasant that levels up is getting dirty player. Whoever it is, they're getting dirty player because I really, really want a dirty player peasant quickly. This is very. There is the possibility that we surf a guy here. Maybe. Haha. Yes. Let's all praise Nuffle to bring us good dice in the new year. That's my New Year's resolution is to sacrifice more goats to Nuffle. But yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for that. They're very, very kind of you. I do appreciate that. And you too. You and yours. I hope you and yours are alright. And have a good year. And everyone else, by the way, in case I don't get a chance to say it, you know, every time it rolls around New Year somewhere. I do wish everyone in chat, everyone on the stream, you all have a happy New Year, and you and your family are all healthy and happy. Oh, the foul! Just the stun. We can live with that. Not ideal, but we can live with that. Again, this is a little bit of a pickle, but there is definitely an opportunity for us. It's going to be awkward. It would definitely be awkward. We almost certainly could. 1 dice. Follow up. We really do. See, the thing is, as much as I would love to try and surf this guy, the better play for us at the moment is almost certainly to maybe go down the sideline. Although going down the sideline is awfully risky. And I should foul him back. Honestly, the problem is he has got a sub and we don't. If I manage to injure a couple of guys or even knock a couple of guys out and we've got a little bit of a man advantage, I would definitely do it. Now we're just trying to work out. It's going to be uphill because of those two. And then 1, 2. We can get one. We could get a 1 dice serve maybe. This is going to be awfully risky. If we fail it, this guy probably gets served. But maybe we do it. Yeah, you know what? We're going to send a. We're going to try and make this a little safer first. We're going to do this. It's going to be 1 dice. We want a push. There we go. So he goes in there and we follow up. And now we're going to have a 2 dice against still. We need to find a way to... See, we could take a 1 dice in here. I would really like to do that. So we can do this to get our 1 dice. Which I feel like we're going to do. We're going to stick a peasant in here. Okay, we got to kind of get a shift on here. So we're going to make these moves real quick.
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, the last time that happened...
There we go. Right, there's a serve.
To piece the body back together.
We will stay.
The fans seem very rabid.
Oh, it's a real shame that we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything better out of that. And yeah, no, peasants are definitely disposable. Peasants are definitely disposable. I will quite happily foul with peasants even if they don't have dirty player. The thing is, ideally, I would like to do it in a situation where we have a man over. I kind of don't want to be doing it when we're even or when he has subs and I don't. The down is okay. That works for us. Him, like the no injury there on the push was kind of unfortunate there. And now he can't really surf us, which is good. But yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a pickle. We've got to be a little bit careful here, but it is very early in the half, so it's not like we're rushed to get down the pitch. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. But now we're even. We did surf a guy. He KO'd a guy, so we're even again. Guy, he's taking 1 dice blocks. Okay. I mean, again, not the end of the world that he's taking 1 dice, but he also has absolutely no rerolls now as well. So as soon as something goes bad, we should be alright. Bonehead would be... Oh, I was just about to say a bonehead would be lovely. Lovely. I'm not. I don't know if I quite like this checkered flag thing. It makes them all look like a pit crew. I was going to say, yeah, in here he only gets what? He gets a 1 dice here. He would have only got he would have got 2 dice uphill there. Right. So now we get 2 dice here, maybe. There we go. There we go. And a KO. Get in there, son. Who was that? Was that RJ? RJK. RJK, brand new blocker. We've brought him in, and he's already doing work. Get in there. Oh, it's always lovely when you KO someone on their turn. Right. Now, how do we extricate ourselves from this? We're almost certainly taking this first. There we go. I would very much like to stay so that we can get these guys out now. This guy is almost certainly going to go out here. This guy would very much like to... Does he want to go in there or does he want to come? Yeah, we do want to go in here, I think. We could get pretty far up the pitch here, actually. No, we can't now because we blocked ourselves in because we're idiots. But, never mind. We want a peasant in here. But again, we're not in any great rush. Like, we've still got plenty of turns to get down. We don't have to go crazy. Don't have to do anything too nutty. Not ideal, but we'll take it. We'll stay.
It's like peeling an onion. Remove the layers before you get to the
There we go. There's another one. We'll follow that. Go on. Oh, I would have loved another injury there. I would have loved it. Never mind. Never mind. And again, now it just like this guy is in a real spot of danger now. Which way do I want to blitz this? Oh yeah, I almost certainly want to blitz this guy out. There we go. Oh, another stun. Another stun. Well, this really helps us. Granted, you know, sometimes you think to yourself, oh, I wish I would have injured him. But this actually really does help. Having these two guys stunned for a whole turn is actually pretty good for us. And then we get a 2-dice block here. Yeah, we're not going to re-roll that. We'll wrestle. We'll just wrestle. And then it just becomes a case of what do we want to do here? Where would be safe? I feel like this is not particularly safe because maybe you could get a guy round the outside. That would be a lot of dodges. I'd probably. Oh no, I don't want to pass it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to go in here. I feel like we're in a good enough spot here. We can block our way out of this. There we go. You are definitely doing work. Definitely. Taking people out all over the place. God, he just. What was that? Straight up, just dodge into tackle zones. Oh, that is. I'm kind of unhappy about that. And then he just takes the 1 dice with no reroll, with the no block guy. Oh. Well, fend it is then. And he's gone 2 dice uphill. Oh, he's just making all kinds of dice rolls here. That is just. Oh. Whew. The fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more step. Mogans, how you doing, man? How you doing? What's that? Good evening to the world. Good evening to you too, sir. I don't actually speak French, but I feel like I know what that means. I can't remember. All I really remember from French is what was it? Où est la bibliothèque? There you go. Where's the library? That's about it. Go on. He actually stood this guy up as well, which is a bit insane to me. But we only get 2 dice uphill because of the. So we need to block this guy out first, which I feel like we want to do this way. Yeah. And we will push him. We want to push him, and we want to negate this assist. Follow. One less obstacle for the ball carrier. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I don't know any Danish. I know where is the library in French, and for some reason I also know where is the library in Spanish as well. Isn't that Donde está la biblioteca or something? There we go. So if I'm ever lost in a European country, I can at least find the library reasonably consistently. Right. Everybody's going surfing again. And into the crowd they go. God, again, nothing. God, you know what? I feel like we should have done a lot more damage this turn. The way this half has gone, but that is what it is. Right. What do we want to do now? We almost certainly want to go round here. We almost certainly want to move up. Do we want to go another square? And put him. No, we want to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. Well, there you go. Actually, yes, that makes a lot more sense now. That's why they keep teaching me. That's why they keep teaching me to ask for the library. That makes much more sense. Thank you very much. Now I don't feel so ridiculous. Yeah, we'll take a wrestle. Yeah, we'll take a wrestle. Wrestle's fine for us there. No, we don't want to dodge anywhere. We'd very much like this to work out. There we go, because now we can get a peasant around here as well. We need to stay because we need a gap to get around. That goes in there. Yeah, I'm kind of miffed. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate for us that that we haven't done more damage to his team with the fact that we've like served 2 guys and punched a bunch of guys, and you know, and the fact that look, we've had a guy KO'd. That's kind of unfortunate, but you know, we're gonna have to live with that. I feel like if we could have turned these these serfs into like injuries, is he actually just gonna? You're kidding me! Oh, you know what? I was going to be pretty mad if that worked out. 17% dodge into 2 dice uphill surf. That would have been outrageous. Oh, come on! Like, that is just... Oh, it's such a shame. The thing is, you know what the worst part about that is? It's not even like that game was going really badly for him. Yes, I was probably going to go in 1-0 up at half time, but going in 1-0 up at half time is what you're supposed to do when you receive the ball. Like, that is just kind of the way, like, the way virtually every Blood Bowl game should go is if you receive, your plan is to go in 1-0 up. That's just 90% of Blood Bowl games go like that. And he wasn't in a bad spot because he hadn't lost any players to injury, and there was a great chance for him to at least get a 1-1 draw out of that. It seems such a shame that he conceded that. Like, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't like that. But you know, it is what it is. You know, each to their own. If he really didn't want to, if he really just didn't want to play anymore, then fair enough. And again, I've said this before. There is always the possibility that his cat caught fire, and he had to go put it out, or something along those lines, you know. So we'll just let it go. We didn't get any level ups, unfortunately. We did pick up our 5 SPPs, for double MVPs, and the double MVPs on 2 blockers is actually really good for us. We really would love to get these blockers leveled up early. They're kind of hard to level up. You can always get a new cat. Yeah, you can. You can always get a new cat.
I've always been a fan.
But yeah, no, you know what I mean. Like there is always the opportunity that that maybe something happened and he had to go sort it out and didn't want to, you know, he had to leave. But I feel like the fact that he made the 17% dodge into double red dice surf attempt kind of leads me to believe that he'd had enough of being punched by Bretonnians. Trezif, welcome to the chat, man. You may have been here before. I don't recall seeing you in the chat. If you have been here before, I'm sorry if I've forgotten you. But either way, welcome. We the more people in chat, you know, that ask questions, that chime in, give their 2 pence worth, the better.
Getting a tingling.
We aim to be all inclusive. Oh, lizardmen. Unfortunately, this has come a little bit early in our run, which is a shame. I would very much have liked to have played lizardmen after we got like a second tackle blitzer, but we do have the one, so that helps. It does help a lot, and I feel like I really don't know which way to go here. I do love a wizard. But I feel like the bribe is almost certainly more important for us. Are they your lizard men? Is this you, Farber Krieg? You've sniped me on stream. Oh, god damn it! No, I don't mind actually. It's always like I actually don't mind playing people. I'm going to complain about you the whole time. We're going to take an extra reroll and a bribe. I apologise in advance then, because I am planning on stamping on all of your players as much as possible.
I hope your front door is locked and your phone is switched off.
But genuinely, good luck to you. Good luck to you, sir. I hope for both our sakes the game isn't decided by some like ridiculously bad dice on either side.
From the team as they take to the field.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like this is a good setup for you actually. I feel like if you just defend like this, I feel like that would be a good idea. Just keep all your skinks in the line.
You'll have difficulty breaking away.
Right. Foul anyone who has doubles. God, the movement not. Oh yeah, have you got? We are gonna have to. Yeah, because it's someone in chat. and someone who has been in chat a lot and is a follower and everything. We are going to take a quick peek at your team just to see if there is anyone that we can. And I don't say this honestly, and I will say this up front. I'm not saying this to be mean, but I am going to treat your team like any other random team that I play. If you've got a good player who I want off the pitch, that's the player I'm going to stamp on. So I apologise in advance. Like the Movement 9 skink, I very much am going to stamp on his head. Like disclaimer. Sidestep skink is nice, and you got some block Saurus. So you've done the sensible thing and got block first on your Saurus. I like the fact that you've done this. For anyone who is not quite sure, like that is a good shout. Right, I feel like we're almost certainly going to have to, in some way, double up a peasant here. We are going to go like this. Where is Agi 4 guy? Agi 4 guy picks up the ball. Blocking all your sort. Yeah, I definitely feel like block first is the way to go. Like again, like going mighty blow and stuff on the Saurus first is a bit like when people build chaos teams like that. It can work because you can have the occasional game where all of a sudden you just get really good armor rolls and you just butcher their team before they get a chance to do anything. But over the long run, I feel like going block first on all your Saurus is far more consistent and will net you far more wins over the course of like a few games. The reason we're doing this way on the line is because at best, like the only way we're really going to get good blocks here is if we load up this, get a 2 dice here, and then use this guy to get a Dauntless here. So that's why we're going this way. There we go. That's it. A push is unfortunate, but we have to just do what we can. The one thing that we have in our favour here. Oh, reroll. I'm going to reroll that. I don't want 2 dice uphill. The one thing we do have in our favour here is that we are Bretonnians, and we have 4 Dauntless pieces, which helps massively against Lizardmen. It really, really does. Oh, no injury. Alright, stun. But again, stun helps. Any player that we can just get down for even momentarily helps us out. I feel like we're almost certainly going to cage with these guys. We'd very much like to put a guy here. Agi 4 guys going to try and pick up the ball, and we are just going to try and punch this guy and leave it at that. Again, Dauntless helps. Dauntless really does help. This is why I like Lizardmen versus my human team. I really struggle. Lizardmen versus Bretonnians, not necessarily late, but early on at the kind of low TV. You kind of things work out okay purely because of this. You can get like 2 dice blocks reasonably consistently and get against the Saurus. And if you do get a chance to injure one, like again, I'm not going to call this unfortunate because we did stun 2 Saurus, which does help. I'm not going to complain about it too much, but if we could have turned just one of those into an injury, then that would have been an amazing first turn for us. As it was perfectly fine, but it could have been amazing. We could have had that would have been huge for us. But yeah, we're not. Neither of us have got a bench. What I need to do is avoid taking too many punches from Saurus on peasants. But this is all right. So we've managed to survive the first turn, and we've only had the 1 block against us. So we'll see how this goes now. This is where it gets a bit hairy after this. First turn was good, but now he gets to just stick a bunch of Saurus next to a bunch of our players, which is certainly not ideal for us. Yeah. The last. Unfortunately, the last game was the little concede, but the game we played before that, very first level up of our team, was a plus Agi on the blitzer, so we can't complain. he is at the time I was saying he is definitely going to get sure hands next, unless he rolls another double, and then we will give him dodge. But if he gets a normal skill, he's definitely getting sure hands. He is going to be a predominantly guy who picks up the ball, and the fact that the reason why. If none of the guys got plus agi, I would have kind of waited before giving one of them sure hands. It makes life harder, but I love getting... If you get an agi 4 blitzer on Bretonnians, and you wait and then give him sure hands, it just makes him so much better, like sniping the ball and stuff. It really, really does. Okay. And again, this might seem a little weird, but... Game plan with the Bretonnians against the lizard men. I am gonna blitz a skink wherever I can. It's a shame again. We really need these to turn into injuries, but you know we have to live with that. Get a one. We're gonna get a 2. Hopefully, Dauntless fires off here. There we go. That is good.
At the same time.
You stay.
Watch this. Light these players up.
So that means hopefully. God, that's twice. Stay.
That was risky.
Right. Now comes the interesting part. Where do we go? I feel like we have to move the cage. I would very much like the. Yeah, that is it. That is the plan. I mean, that is genuinely the plan. I mean, regardless of what team I play, that is the plan with regards to lizard men. You just do your best to kill the skinks. Because if the skinks die, they cannot pick up the ball. Because their saws are rubbish at it. So, that is definitely the plan. But we will see. We will see what happens. It may be that.
It's going to be hard to make them lose the ball.
Yeah, we did blitz. Could maybe get a one dice over here. Has he got? That's the source with no block. That's a little risky, but I feel like maybe worthwhile. But we do, because we do need a guy. I would much rather make the cage safer now. Yes, that is definitely not the worst idea in the world. Giving the ball to the oh, we made a dodge, good. Definitely giving the ball to the Crocs or the Saurus on a touchback is definitely not the worst idea in the world, because it's not ideal, but I'll take that. Both down. Ooh, we got the stun. That is a result. Okay, so things are okay. This is reasonably good for us. Unfortunately, again, we only have one of these guys, these tackle guys. So we do want to, like, it does kind of limit our options as to chasing these skinks around. Especially when he's got the ball, it does kind of make life difficult for us. But we do just want to keep doing what we're doing. We really want to try and, as best as possible, just keep punching them away and see what happens. And we need to try and avoid this. That hurts. That is unfortunate. So he's going 2 dice skink. Okay. A little risky, but I assume he's going to push him out here. Yeah. So he gets a skink free. I will have to remember to make a little effort to not just give away all my plans before it's actually my turn. Not that I think Father Krieg actually cares either way what I'm thinking. He's going to do his own thing regardless. But going to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go over here. Let him into all my secrets. But yeah, no, it's kind of going according to plan. This is where things get a little hairy, unfortunately. We have managed in the first couple of turns to actually get good blocks on a bunch of Saurus and blitz a skink, and none of them have got a player off the pitch, which is kind of unfortunate. We do kind of rely on that a little bit to actually get some guys off early. But we will see. We will see. Last move of the turn is almost certainly dodge away and blitz this guy again. And now it just becomes a case of how likely is it that we could actually... okay.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw one.
We shall see about this. Go this way.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
No, we can't really afford to reroll that. We're not going to.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
We can't go in there because we need that to... and there we go again. And that's about... That's probably going to be about it for now.
Range of the fence.
And I will take a 1 dice there. Purely because we have block and he doesn't. And there is the chance that we get the Dauntless off. And we really don't... We don't want to be standing next to the Crocs anyway. So... If he's going to hit people with the Crocs, we want to at least make him blitz to do it, which is the plan now. These we're not going to take because they're just all going to be 2 dice uphill regardless. But yeah, now we see how we go. We see how we go. I mean, again, he can almost probably... he can almost certainly get a 2 dice. If the peasants survive, we're good. He can almost certainly get a 2 dice here.
That's what he'd say.
It's just a case of whether or not he can actually get blocks on the ball carrier. I don't think there's a particularly easy way to do it, but maybe he spots one that I'd... Oh, you what? You what? Oh. Just... Oh. Oh, the Agi one... The Agi one dodge! The Agi one dodge! I can't even. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Oh. Oh no. So now he can almost... Oh. There's still no real good way for him to get multiple dice on here.
I think he's moving.
But God blimey, that is so unfortunate. Oh my God, the Agi, what did he roll? He just rolled straight up 5+. Just straight up 5+. Just have a 6. Go on, have a 6. You know what? I'll give you this, mate. You've got some testicles on you. God, he's blocking with a skink as well. We're almost certainly going to take a 1 die here at the moment, but we do have to deal with the immediate problem, which is this guy. I think at best we get what 1. Oh no! You know what we do here? You know what we do here. This is what we do. We stand this guy up, and have we got a re-roll? Yes, we do. Dauntless. There we go.
Let's hope Nuffle is smiling on those blocking dice, Bob.
Knuckles always.
No injury again. Oh, we would so love one of these to turn into an injury. Do I want to score now? Is there any way that he... With that guy stunned, I feel like... Hold up, before we move. He can't... They have to make a bunch of rolls. He can't. Okay. Can he get... No. Okay. I mean, he can almost certainly catch us, but... I feel like... Yeah, we definitely want to block the skink. I just wanted to take a moment to see if there was any, like, because ideally this is the problem. The one problem we do have at the moment is this is a little on the early side for us to be scoring. So we are going to try and stall for one extra turn, maybe. We will follow. We do need to just keep. We will take. Is that guy got? That guy's got no block, and again we still have our reroll. We're probably going to take the. We're going to take a block on the skin gear with the tackle guy. We do want to hit skinks at every opportunity. Oh, they're invincible though. They're invincible. They're made of, I don't know what they're made of. They're made of Kevlar or something. Kevlar skinks. And I definitely want to take a 1 dice here with a reroll, because I will quite happily wrestle here and then just run around and put extra guys in the way of this skink. Actually, there is a distinct possibility that I just take a... No, because it still get cancelled out. So yes, I just do it this way so that the skink still has to do all good stuff to get to us. This the Centalium, is that the magical, mystical? Oh, he's boneheaded again. He's boneheaded again. So, see, these are all the ones that he didn't get when he did the dodge with the Saurus. The Nuffle's like, look, I'll let you dodge with the Saurus, but your Crocs is going to bonehead all day. That's the way this has gone. Oh, don't die, peasant. Don't die. Okay, no death, no death. No death, no death. Yeah, the bonehead doesn't help him actually. The bonehead's really harsh for him actually. That's kind of... It means it makes it harder for him to put pressure on the ball again. Oh, that really hurts. Oh, getting blitzers off the pitch is really painful for us. What we lost so far? Two blitzers, or 2 blitzers off the pitch, and we've managed to injure absolutely bugger all. Oh. But KOs, they are again the one saving grace is they are only KOs. You know, so at least we get a chance to get them back, which is what we need. I'm not quite sure we're going to get any good dice around here now. That's going to be way uphill for us. Oh, Skink's done it. That's actually pretty good for us. I'll explain why momentarily, but that's actually pretty good. Okie dokie. Alright. Do the risky stuff first. Oh, sorry, we'll do the safe stuff first. Stand that guy up. Is there a way that we can... Yep, we can get in here. Can we get around here? No. Can he get around here? Yes, he can. Okay. So you go around there.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw one.
You go here. Get 2 people to the good skink. We probably could... Yeah, we could get 2 people to the skink. But none of them have tackle. So what we're going to do is this. Like, it would be nice to get the good skink, but any skink. I just want to get skinks. Oh, look. Just nothing. Just nothing. Right. And then... Well, it's a shame. It's a shame, but... Right, I'm just going to score. We're not going to hang around anymore. If we keep messing around, there is always the possibility that the Saurus just keep punching us, we just keep losing players, and then it just gets really awkward for us. So we're going to try. We didn't get either KO back, which is unfortunate. Thank you very much, Father Krieg. I do appreciate it. It was a Yeah,
Now that they're out
we're suffering. We're suffering here, though. The fact that the Saurus are punching us to death, and the fact that we're not injuring skinks is kind of really hurting us. But we will do what we can. We will do what we can. We probably want to go across here a little. In now, and then no, probably want to go in this way a bit. We do need to. Or two bits is down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, better to just take the TD where we can and try and hold on for some turns than to absolutely balls it up. I don't like in that situation there. I don't feel like there was a particularly good way for us to make it safe with all those skinks, with all those Saurus knocking around. Like it was almost certain that he was going to be able to get someone next to us, so we will leave it there. But yeah, we are in a bit of a pickle. We are in a bit of a pickle. We are losing the. We are definitely losing the war on injuries and armor rolls. Well, not so much armor rolls, because we've actually done a really good job at like knocking down Saurus and stunning them. We just haven't managed to turn that into injuries, which is a problem. But you know that is Blood Bowl. You just have to kind of deal with that. Right, what do we do here then? Which one have we got to? Yeah, there we go. Okay.
You know, I often think Blood Bowl might be better if we just got rid of the whole ball thing. Straight to the maiming.
Unfortunately, we can't afford to re-roll that, so we are not going to.
The bow. It's just war. You can see that anytime.
Can't? Let's go there.
It was a free hit on a Saurus, but yeah, no, we can't afford to. We can't afford to re-roll out. We might need the last re-roll to try and nick a block on a skink or something. You kick any skink that levels up. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I like having a few really good skinks actually makes like the Lizardmen team just a nightmare to deal with. I think having leveled up skinks is almost more important than having leveled up Saurus. Like the Saurus, if you get block and guard, you're pretty much set. But the skinks can do a real job. Like if you get a skink that's got like block, dodge, sprint, like all of a sudden he's an absolute nightmare to deal with. Or like block, dodge, sidestep, all kinds of things that skinks can have that make them a real nightmare. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about which way I'd go because I haven't played Lizardmen yet properly. But I feel like I would like to have at least a couple of skinks who've got some levels on them. Because they do the problem with not having leveled skinks is that they only start with like the dodge and stunty, and as soon as you get like a little bit up in the TVs and people have like mighty blow tackle, they're just going to get wrecked. Like they'll just die all the time. So giving them like block and sidestep, or just making them harder to kill. Yeah.
There's nothing better than hitting someone.
And again, this is why losing the war of attrition really hurts us, because for one, it made us score quickly, and for two, it means we just have less pieces to cover the side, so we had to cover both. And skinks are just way quicker than we are. But we might be alright. We could probably, maybe. I have a plan, not necessarily a cunning plan, but I have a plan. Right, you, Mr. Peasant, are going to stand here because we're almost certainly going to take a 1 dice there at some point. You are covering deep. You come across. Yep. 10 movements. 10 movement skinks are so much fun. So much fun. Okay, we really need Dauntless to work here.
Safety in numbers.
There we go. And then kind of depends how this goes, really. Push could have been worse. And again, this is not like it's not that he can't get out of this spot. It's just that we've got to do what we can to get tackle zones on the ball, and try and make things awkward for him. Like, that's all we can do at this point. So, oh, and we made a dodge, which is nice. Okay, so that's about. I feel like that's about as well as that could have gone for us there. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Double or star. Well, yeah, I mean that I can kind of understand. I can kind of understand kicking. Like, if you wait till level 3 and your skink hasn't rolled a double and you really want to double on him, then you kick him. I can kind of understand that. Maybe. And again, I do get like the idea behind beefing up the Saurus rather than the skinks. But I feel like a Saurus with block and guard does a really good job anyway. The difference between a level 1 crappy skink and like a level 4 amazing skink with like movement 10, or he's rolled some good skills and he's got like sprint, sure feet or something and can score in 1 turn. Like, I feel like that adds a lot more to your team than having just like crappy skinks and really good Saurus. But again, like, it probably, a lot of it does then depend on how you play your team. Like, maybe you could quite easily play Lizardmen, level up the Saurus, just use the skinks to screen and set up assists, and then just punch people to death with the Saurus. Maybe that's, if your Lizard team works that way, that's probably a perfectly viable way to play them. They can do that. So there's a it definitely can work. It definitely could work. Did he? Oh, he managed to. So he managed to get himself out of this. Never mind. What do we do now? I think we almost certainly have to go in again. Unfortunately, playing against Lisbon, it's like playing against elves. And unfortunately, there are times, especially because we don't have it, we only have 1 tackle yet. There are a lot of times where we have to just rely on him rolling bad dice, and if he doesn't, then it's kind of unfortunate. Right, first things first, we have to make this work to get a tackle zone. So we're going to do this first, because if it doesn't work, then kind of in a bit of a pickle anyway. Oh, what was that?
This player likes to be
Definitely going to have to take a look at Moobot. What was he banning this time? Was it the F-bomb again? Okay, so there's our tackle zone. We kind of have to. I feel like we're going to take a 1 dice here, so that we can try and free up this guy to get an extra man around. Again, like, we can't really put any more of a threat on the ball carrier, but we have to do what we can. You stand up. Then it just becomes a case of, don't really want to take 2 dice uphill. We will take a 1 dice here, because what's the worst that happens? I would actually take that at this point. We got the KO, but never mind. Who was skip? Oh yeah, no. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that you should like completely have leveled skinks and crappy Saurus. Yeah, no, without a doubt, you need the Saurus to do work. But I meant as opposed to someone was saying that they would just kick any skink that levels up. Like, if he levels up, they just kick him arbitrarily. Like, they have 1 good one and they just keep the rest at level 1. I'd like that seems a bit excessive to me. Like, that's what I was kind of getting at. I feel like it does you a favour to have a couple of them that are. So yeah, we might. Unfortunately, he's made us score a little too early. The KOs from our side kind of really hurt us. It's almost. He can almost certainly make this in the 2 turns, which is a shame. But what we really need is our KOs to come back. That's the thing that's going to help us out second half. Okay, stun. Yeah, we really need these guys to come back, and we also. Like, when we actually punch skinks, it really would be nice if we actually injured some. Well, nice for us anyway. Yep. Great Britain. Here in London, 1 more hour. But yes, Happy New Year to all the people on European time, or GMT. What is it? GMT +1. Happy New Year to you. I hope you are all enjoying yourselves.
The attacker has an assist.
So what's our plan here? Oh, did we survive this? I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, no, it doesn't make a difference. I understand why he doesn't want to score this turn, because then I get to set up on the line and I get an extra chance to get my KOs back. I do understand that. It is mildly risky. Is there a way that I can... Let me have a look. Hold up. Is there a way that I can make this work? Who is that? Saint Curmudgeon. I do. That is a cool name. I like that name. Saint Curmudgeon. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your little goblin dance. But yeah, thank you very much. I'm just trying to. I'm almost certain if this guy was standing up already, there would almost certainly be a way that I could do this. But it's going to require some dodges. Moobot did get you. Moobot and his iron fist. Right, this is where we make our stand.
Twinkle toes there.
It's unfortunate. But we're going to get one dice. It's unfortunate we didn't get it with the tackle guy. But at least we get one dice with a reroll.
I like this.
Which is about... we've got to re-roll it. He has to go down. There we go. We got the power. And we will... I suppose we've got to follow, really. We do need to get lucky with the bounce. That is unfortunate for us. That is unfortunate. But we did what we could. We got in there. We got a block. We did what we could. Unfortunately, the bounce has kind of dicked us. We might as well try this dodge because it is terribly low percentage, but we haven't got a tackle zone on the ball anyway, so what does it matter? So we're going to do it. Never mind. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I am not in any way, shape or form like people who've listened to the stream. I've said before, like I am not one for saying, oh, you shouldn't do this because it's bad, or you shouldn't do this because whenever I'm talking about teams or the building stuff, that's just the way that I personally would do it. But I have said before that Blood Bowl is definitely a game where if you've got an idea for a way you want to play your team, you can do it. Just do it, have fun. Like, who am I to tell you that you're doing it wrong? Basically, is my view on it. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of. It's just more of another way, another option, or another way or just letting people know the way I would do it, so that people can have a couple of different ways that they would go about it. But yeah, no, I definitely there are a lot of people that would try and keep their team low TV and do things like that and kick the skinks or kick the gutter runners, like you say, keep them relatively low level, because they do a job. Like a level 1 skink will definitely do a job. I mean, these level 1 skinks are doing a job. That's unfortunate. But he has got to make 2 go for it's now. We did at least make him make the go for it's. Well, never mind. Nice one, Faberkrieg. You git. But yeah, no. It is all preference. It is. People can. Oh God, that is a result. That is a result. Right, we did well there. I got sidetracked there for a minute with a KO. Yeah, I should have said at the time. Like I didn't want to say it at the time, just in case. But the way, because you stalled the extra turn, like you could have scored the turn before just by moving the Thesaurus out of the way and running in. I understand why you didn't. I think the reason at the time I thought that you didn't because it gives me an extra chance to get my KOs back. I get an extra roll here, which is why I thought you didn't do it at the time. And it did give me the opportunity to get a 1-dance block against you, but I do understand why you didn't do it. Berber K, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your goblin dance. But yeah, some new people today. That's good. That's good. It's always nice to get new people in the stream. I'm not good at English, but your game I like, Yandex. Okay, cool, cool. Well, you know what? Regardless, I'm glad that you are here anyway to watch the game. Hopefully, you pick up what you can, and as long as you enjoy the stream, it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, what I was saying about this, like I do understand why you stalled the extra turn. You could have just run it in, but I do understand why you did it. Kind of unfortunate from my point of view that I did manage to get the block off, but then you managed to make the pick up and the go for it anyway. But you know, there's not much I can do about that. It is what it is. But this half, like this, has been very lucky for me. It's getting all 4 KOs back. Is a right result. We cannot complain there. We cannot complain there. What we do need to happen this half though, for us, is that one of 2 things we need to happen. We need to turn some of our blocks into injuries and get some pieces off the pitch so we can get the ball back, or we need Faber Krieg to roll a bunch of ones and just fall over all the time. That either way is good with me. Either way. Oh, that is not a good start. Not a good start. And this, I'm gonna have to uppo this. One, because I don't want to lose the AV. Oh, look at that. So he's fired then. Never mind. Fractured skull, skip. Well, at least it wasn't the AV4 guy, the Agi4 guy. We can live with that. It's all right, man. It's all right. I've said plenty of times, you know, it is part of the game. I don't even remotely get angry about stuff like that. You know, you're not here to play the game so that I can win. You're here to play the game so that you can win. If you get the chance to kill off my team, crack on, mate. Crack on. It really doesn't upset me in the slightest. I play this game with the mindset that all of my players are walking corpses. They're all going to die eventually. There's no point getting too attached. I just feel bad for. I feel bad. Who was it? Was it Hoplite? Unfortunately, I feel bad for Hoplite. Hoplite's guy. Hoplite the Blitzer is no longer for this world. Oh, did it time you out for 10 minutes? My bad, man. My bad. I did not know it was that long. I'm going to have to adjust that because I don't want it to be that long. I'm sorry, RJ. I do apologise for that. I will have a quick look at that in between games because it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to give you it's supposed to just give you a warning or something. Or maybe it's because it had already done it once. Is the only thing I can think of. But yeah, I'm sure you weren't intentionally just trying to swear in chat a lot. I think it was just like you say. I didn't realise it banned the S word. I might have to look into this. Turn off the swear word filter. I don't think there's many people who come to my chat who just want to come and swear. And what I'll have to start doing is if people do stuff, put stuff in chat that I'm not happy with, I'll just sort them out individually, rather than having Moobot just randomly running around banning everyone and timing them out. Right, what to do here? I feel like this is 1 dice blocks, but we're gonna do it because that guy doesn't have block and nor does that guy, and we have wrestle, so we're reasonably safe. We would very much like to punch skinks, but unfortunately our tackle guy's gone. But we've still got to do it. We do need to punch skinks wherever possible. If we don't get the skinks off the pitch, then we're going to be in for a world of trouble. Unfortunately now, because tackle guy's gone, we get this. But it is what it is. We have to live with that. Right, now we make 1 dice here. That works. And that works as well. Oh. And there we go. That'll be it probably. Yeah, that'll be it for this turn. There's not really much else we can do there. I don't want to send too many players up the pitch. But yeah, I'm going to actually do that. I'll turn the
Get in their face.
while I'm here. Let's have a quick look. Switch. Oh, peasant survived. That's okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, I feel like that should have sorted it out. Oh, KO on a peasant. God, we're definitely peasants getting taken out all over the place. This really does hurt us. Oh, that's so painful. Actually, the tackle guy just gone, but not because I'm really upset because we lost the blitzer. It happens more just because that's the only tackle blitzer we had, and we really needed our tackle blitzer to be able to hit these skinks. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna test. I'll test that. Go on. Actually, I don't think Moobot would time me out. You could try it again if you like. I'll give you permission to. Yeah, yeah. He does sing that an awful lot, doesn't he? Right, Agi 4 guy. Unfortunately, that guy. Right. Well, this is. I'm going to have to take a 1 dice here again. We are getting lucky with the 1 dice blocks, I will say that. I can't complain too much about that. We do need one guy down here to at least make him move.
Watch this. Wind these players up, there's no stopping them.
That will do for now. Actually, you know what? We do want to. I don't like doing the go for it this early in the turn, but we do. We do kind of need to get a little bit closer. There's a reroll burned, which is unfortunate. But again, we didn't have to burn a reroll on all the 1 dice blocks we made, so we can't complain too much. And then. Like, we're going to leave this guy a little free, but...
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
We are going to leave that guy a little free, but we kind of have to do that. We do have to take some risks. We do have to take some risks, because we are getting to the stage now where if we don't take some risks, we're just going to lose slowly rather than lose quickly. So, I'd rather put the effort in. Try and pressure the ball a bit and see what happens than just do nothing. So let's see how we go. So I assume I apologise in advance for anyone who is easily offended, but I assume that is what you tried to type. I don't want to say it just in case I put the video up somewhere else, but I assume that is what you tried to type, RJ, which is why it timed you out.
More the merrier. They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings.
Until the sound catches up with the chat, everyone's going to be thinking, why on earth did he type that? So yeah, I do apologise, but it's not the worst word in the world anyway. Oh, Mr. Pickup. We would very much like this to go awry. Ah, never mind. Never mind. Well, that kind of puts paid to that. The fact that he's made the handoff is a real problem for us. Again, it's not beyond the realms that we catch him. Is that? I will type it just in case. This will be unfortunate if he makes us go for it. Either way, this is okay. I mean, this is again going to be. We might be able to do. We might be able to engineer a 1 dice and then or a dodge. I feel like 1 dice with a reroll, then a dodge blitz.
He seems a little stunned, doesn't he?
Oh, did it censor me? Okay. Well, that's cool. I don't mind it. I don't mind it censoring. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind it censoring it. That's cool. I don't like it. It was timing people out for like 10 minutes at a time for accidentally typing that. You know, I don't want people to be timed out of chat for 10 minutes because they tried to type shit. It's not. That seems a little excessive. So I'm just trying to fix it as we go along. Right. The plan here is to. Like, we are going to have to take a 1 dice block. There's nothing we can do about that. We need to take a 1 dice block and we need it to. And we need it to work, so we are going to burn a reroll on it. Now that's fine then. What I think I've sorted that out. And if anyone does, I'm sure no one who's been in the chat so far is that way inclined. But if anyone does come in the chat and is just absolutely ruining it by being an absolute potty mouth, then I will just deal with them individually. We will stay there. Right, so that's part 1. That's part 1 out of the way. And now comes part 2. So we get our 2 dice. We don't have tackle, but we do have a reroll. So we would really hope that in 4 dice we can knock him down. And we do need to knock him down. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We've done what we can there, and it's just not quite worked out. Follow. So now we are almost certainly in a bit of a pickle. We definitely need to. We need to tie these guys up. We need to make a going for it now. We have to tie these guys up, and we probably have to tie up these guys as well. It's unfortunate we're going to get punched to death here, but we need to tie these guys up as best we can. Okay, so again, that was, we engineered ourselves a blitz on the ball carrier as best we could. Unfortunately, because we didn't have tackle guy, and because we kind of got unfortunate. 4 dice, you would hope that you'd get, because all we needed was a both down or a pow. Like, both down would have done us here. So that's kind of a little unfortunate, but it does, at least, again, it's one of these situations where at least it makes him roll more dice. At least he has to roll a bunch of dice now to get himself out of this situation. That is actually a good push for us. That helps us actually. And the reason that this helps us is because without this push, he could have 2 dice blitzed this guy out the way, and then he has a chance to blitz us with the crocs. But now that's a lot more awkward because he's still in tackle zones regardless. He can't clear this guy out now. And again, this is good for, like, the reason why we made the going for it to get these guys over here is so that he couldn't just blitz this guy away or punch this guy away and then blitz with the other one.
This the attacker smells weakness.
So yeah, now it's just a lot of it's going to just come down to what happens here, really.
That's it. Force him back and then pow.
I mean, can he get? He can almost certainly get assists over. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that is amazing. So there's his reroll gone. So he's got no reroll anymore this turn. So it does make it risky to But yeah, we keep doing what we can. If he just keeps making the rolls he needs to make, then there's not much we can do about it. We do definitely need him to... Like, again, this is not necessarily the easiest thing. He does need to make some dodges here. So we might be in with a shout. Maybe. If we're lucky. The problem we've got as well, though, because we're a couple of men down, even if we, like, we really needed this one to work out, because if, you know, not much we can do there. Oh, he's got no reroll and he failed to go in for it. Again, unfortunately, we can't really. Right, which way do we go about this? Is now the question. You stand up. I'm almost tempted. Yeah, you know what we might do. You know what we might. Yeah, he just rolled the one. He just rolled the one. I feel like we almost certainly are going to. We have to blitz this guy. It's not. We do have to blitz this guy.
Tries to secure the ball.
Again, that's not ideal. I'll quite happily stay there. Oh, you're kidding me! You are kidding me! Oh. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh, that's painful. Right. Now we are really up the creek. Oh. What to do now? What to do now? God, I don't know what to do now. Alright, I feel like trying to do this with the Agi 4 guys, our best bet. He missed the first one. He missed the first one. Okie dokie. Oh, and he failed the last game for it. Yeah. To be fair, that wasn't the Skink's fault. That was just unlucky. That was like. You know, it's unlucky that we've had multiple. We've had a bunch of blocks on the ball carrier here, which didn't work out. This didn't work out. We really needed him to go down, and then the fact that the ball bounced this way straight into the Skink again, that is exceptionally unfortunate. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All we have to do is we do have to keep trying to pressure the ball, because we do need to make, you know, if we still have to try and make him score as quickly as possible. If we make him score as quickly as possible, or every turn that we let him stall is one turn less we get to try and nick a draw. So we do have to kind of play it out, try and make him score. It is rough. It is rough now. I feel like we had our two good chances. We had a good chance here, and we had a good chance here, and they didn't quite work out. And now we're kind of up the creek without a paddle. But not quite sure what the best way out of this would be. And again, the injury on the blitzer again now makes things even worse, because now we haven't really got anyone we can. Was that our Agi 4 blitzer that just got injured, or was he somewhere else? Where's he gone? Did he get KO? Did my Agi 4 blitzer get KO'd when he failed to go in for it as well? I wasn't paying attention there. Did he end up? Oh. Oh.
Yep, I reckon that's what he'd say.
I think our Agi 4 guy must have got KO'd as well when he. Yeah, because we had two blitzers down here, so one of them got KO'd when he failed to go in for it, and the other one got injured or KO'd by the source. God blimey, that's a bit of a rough turn, that is. Jesus. God, we're running out of players to make a play on the ball here. I'm not even sure if we can reach. What about... what would be the best way? Yeah. No, that doesn't help. How far can that guy get? Right, so we definitely... it's not going to be next turn. Maybe the turn after we can make him score. But again, we're running short on players now, which is the problem. It's going to have to be a push, unfortunately.
He won't leave him alone.
And then, yeah, as unlikely as all this is, we have to make plays on the ball. If we don't make plays on the ball, then he just stalls till the end of the game, which is not, you know, it's perfectly reasonable for him to do that. There is no reason why he wouldn't stall till the end of the game. That is fine. I'm fine with it. It's what he should be doing in the situation he's in. You know, it's 1-1. He's got a few men advantage, and he's in a pretty safe spot. I would definitely be stalling as well. But yeah, it's just a case of there isn't really much with the fact that we got, you know, 5. We have no bench because the team's really simply do, and the fact that we got 5 off the pitch, and the fact that we didn't manage to get anyone off the pitch on this side, kind of put paid to our hopes here. But I don't know. There is always the chance. There was always a chance he makes a couple of really bad rolls, and we nick a glorious last turn touchdown. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, pretty much.
Yep, I reckon that's what he'd say.
Pretty much been a bloodbath here. This second half.
That's why I love this game.
And the problem is, because all our players keep getting knocked on the floor, none of them can reach the skink. None of them can get down there. We have to keep trying, but none of them can get down there. Who have we got? Have we got any blitzers left? No, we got one. Okay. Never mind then. Glory pass. Oh,
Will it go anywhere?
that seems kind of risky. Not risky. Actually, no, it's not even remotely risky. It's Oh, look where if it would have bounced this way, it might have been alright, but it bounced right in between them again. I don't think we could have. Yeah, we would have needed it to have bounced over here so we could get a tackle zone on it. But never mind. We have to try and make some distance. No, and it's not working.
Get up.
Unfortunately, there is very little else we can do in this situation. We don't have the manpower to be able to put any pressure on the ball, so it's just the way it's gone. God blimey, it's painful. But I think, did we get one guy? One guy gets none of these guys get. We fired the other guy, didn't we? And we got him. We replaced him, didn't we? Didn't we have an Agi or an armor busted guy that we? Man, or maybe we. I'll have a look after the game. Hell's Reach, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. I think. Oh, I think there might be the distinct possibility that you died. Not in real life, obviously, but in our Bretonnian team, you may have met a grisly end. I can't quite remember.
They need to action it before time runs out.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. We are we're doing all right. It's only the second game of the day. Oh, sorry, no. This is actually. I keep thinking it's the second game of the day. This is the third game of the day. We did have the second game. Unfortunately, the guy conceded really quickly. This is the third game of the day against. I thought it was Faberkrieg. I'm sure Faberkrieg said it was his Lizardmen team. Is it your Lizardmen team, Faberkrieg? Are you Chuckle Fark on BB2? Am I getting that right? Or did I completely misread chat at some point in the previous 40 minutes? If I am right in thinking this is your Lizard team, then yes, Faberkrieg is giving my Bretonnians a right pasting. Oh, right, cool. Yeah, I thought I read it right. Oh god, it's just so brutal. We've got 2 turns. I don't really feel like there's much we can do here. He can get the furthest, so use. Oh, okay, go on. Oh, didn't even make the first dodge. Never mind. Yeah, so that's this game has gone. We won the first 2, and now we've just been absolutely routed. But.
The receiving team squeezing in another touch.
Here comes some sleeping beauty.
But yeah, no, but it's going all right. It's going all right. We're having a good little time of it. We are gonna bring in the new year with some Blood Bowl.
As his team has just kicked it away.
I hope you're doing all right. Has 12 o'clock been and gone where you are, or are you? Are you on GMT like us? And yeah, I'm not sure exactly how late we're going to be going tonight. It's 11:30 now here. We are almost certainly going to go through till. Well, we're definitely playing another one after this, so we're almost certainly going to go through to at least 12:30. How much later we go on after that entirely depends on what time I have to go out and pick some people up. So as soon as I know for definite, I will let you know. You probably want to go. Can we go 2 dice? Yeah, we've the one good thing is we've had a lot of our KOs have come back, which is nice. You know, you got to look for the silver lining in every game, and the silver lining in this one is that we've learnt that Bretonnians do indeed recover from knockouts particularly well. We're going to give it to him so we can try our glory pass. Oh, you know what? We probably should have given it to him to try a glory pass, but what we would do is hand it off then, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
There we go. God, I'm not going to push him there. I'm not going to. I didn't even get a chance to use my bribe. We were so many men down that I never really found a good spot. I did remember this time that we had a bribe. I just never really found a good spot to use it because we didn't have enough players. Didn't have enough players around any Saurus or anything that we could make a reasonable foul. I probably should have at some point just fouled with a peasant and hoped for the best, but got a stun. Not one. I don't think have we had any KOs either. I'm not even sure if we've had a KO all game, which is kind of unfortunate.
Come on, guys, together.
Nope. Okay. Is there anyone? Yeah, I mean we could level this guy up. Actually, you know that would probably be better. We'll do the handoff, and if it works, we'll try and do a little quick pass with him. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Good game, Fob Krieg. Good game. Well, good game for you anyway, at least. Didn't go particularly well for us, but as they say, that is Blood Bowl. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun nonetheless. It was a bit of a struggle for our Brits, I will say that. But does it work? No. Oh well, we don't get our level up. Never mind. God, he failed it even with catch. Blimey. God damn it. But yeah, no. Thank you very much for the game. Thank you very much for the game. I do appreciate it. It did not go well for us. The first half kind of went okay, like our drive, but then we just kind of lost the war of attrition. Really, like we didn't. It just did not go well for us. Armor, like I feel like in the first few turns, like turns 1 through maybe 5, like we actually did a pretty good job at blocking Saurus and getting loads and loads of blocks on Saurus and blitzing the skinks. We just unfortunately didn't get any of them off the pitch, which eventually just took its toll. So that is a shame. We do have to have a look at. Yeah, this is the guy who took the AV7, so we're almost certainly firing him. I'm not running around with an AV7 blitzer, unfortunately. So he is gone. He is gone, and we will have to sort out what we do about. He was our tackle guy, wasn't he? Yeah. Have we got enough? We do have enough for another blitzer, so I'll be sorting that out in a moment. And now we see what we get. Ooh. 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 You know what? Actually, I will do. In honor of the fact that you got rid of him. I'm assuming you're not on this team already. In honor of the fact that you got rid of him, you can indeed replace him. FAB. It's not. There's no R in there, is there? I keep calling you Farbig. Nosedive. How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. I'm not sure if I recall you being here before. If you have been in here before, I do sincerely apologise. I do try my best to remember all the people who are regulars and chat away. But if you are new to the chat, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy the stream. You'll find we are a friendly bunch. Farber Creek. Yeah, that's right. Farber Creek. So this is good. This is fun. Oh, right. So we don't... Hold up. How much are they? Oh, they're 110k. Jesus. Blimey. Okay. So we can't replace him yet. In that case, then, what we are going to do... Nosedive. Thank you very much for the follow, man. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. I should think of a name for all the people that have followed and all the regulars in the chat as a collective group, but I haven't quite decided what it should be yet. But yeah, it's a shame that we haven't got enough to buy the 4th Blitzer. But this is good. I like this. We've got one Agi 4 Blitzer and one Strength 4 Blitzer. That is a good start. So we're all right. What I am considering doing is because we are down a Blitzer anyway, and I definitely want an extra lineman. I might just buy the lineman now, and hopefully after the next game, we get enough money together to buy another Blitzer. So unfortunately, Farber Creek, you get to be a lineman, if that's all right. If you're particularly opposed to being a lineman, I won't name a lineman after you. But if you don't mind, I'll just... Because I feel like we're going to buy a lineman. Cool. Yeah, we had a great... yeah. That's all it is. You beat me, therefore I'm going to make you a peasant and do nothing but put you in front of big guys for the rest of the games. Go on, Father Creed, go stand in front of the Crocs. That is what we're going to do. But yeah, no, I feel like because we didn't quite have enough for the Blitzer. I was saying earlier on in the stream, I feel like with Bretonnians we are almost certainly going to run with at least 13 players. Maybe even 14, depending on how things go. But we'll see. Right.